7 seconds. There we go. All right. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash. Also want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of that great millstone who teach truth and sincerity, and also who rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect that scattered four corners of the earth, which you so-called Negroes, Latino, Hispanics, Native American Indians, the true Israelites is coming out that elect nation of Israel. All right, and this particular lesson, I don't know what I'm gonna entitle it yet. It's gonna be like, oh, we have the numbers, something to that. There's a land back in this inspirational video with the elder Menachem Zagbai, South Carolina, getting into, the basically getting Slakia, basically getting into, oh, you got the numbers, why don't you help the people, stand up, fight, protect, and it was going into, basically to fight against like ICE, the U.S., the military, things of that nature. So I got some scriptures that I want to, pull out because this woman right here, she's in her feelings. All right, so we got something for that. First off, let's grab this one. This is Timothy 2 and 12. And it says, "But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor assert authority over a man, but just be silent, because you don't know what you're talking about." Yes, we do know the scriptures, but you don't. The scriptures tell us otherwise what to do. So we got scriptures like, be wise as serpents, but harmless as doves. We're not out here trying to make war with the beast. We're not out here trying to make war with somebody who's blessed with the sword, not somebody who's trying to come up against the red horse. Okay? No. And honestly, it's not our job just to be teaching to wake the whole people. Our job is to wake up the elect. That's why the scriptures say when he was in the book of when Yahweh was telling Peter, Simon, hey, if you love me, go feed my sheep. So that's what we're here to do. We're here to feed the sheep. Okay? Just got some scriptures. Grab this one. That one's not right. Probably put down the wrong scripture. But this is how we're supposed to be. This is how we're supposed to act. So, we supposed to be coming up with blicks and sticks and guns. Because I just saw a video with a Black Panther. He got his assault rifle. He said we're more dangerous and more powerful than we used to be. Yeah, okay. The guns look good, but you're not coming against somebody whose blessing is a sword. Alright? It's the book of but again, this is the book of Romans 12 and 18. It says, if it be possible, as much as lieth in you, live peaceable with all men. So that's what we're supposed to do. We're not supposed to cause strife. We're just supposed to preach the word to wake up the elect with this message, man, because only elect is going to really get this work. We're not here to recruit and to go to war. Listen, scriptures say we're going to be fishermen, so we're fishing for the elect. We ain't made into hunters yet. So, when you get into the scriptures, you got to know what you're talking about. So let me give this Proverbs 9. And 13. And it says, because this is basically the degree of what Esau was saying. I mean, she could be Northern Kingdom. Who knows? But it says, a foolish woman is clamorous, she is simple and knoweth nothing. Right. Because you women just go off of impulses. I don't think about the consequences. You don't have the foresight to see what actions that you might take in the present time and see where that will lead you in the future. Like you might beat up your best friend's mother or something, knowing that her best friend's mother has a notorious YN for a son. You do all this stuff to his mother, you think that YN can really go see you in the nearby future? Or, in a couple hours? Nah. So let's see this Job real quick. And then I'll get some other scriptures. This is we see that now a lot, that a lot of women they're feeling uncomfortable, but they got a lot of shit to say. Job 39. And 17, and it says, this is Job 39, verse 17, it says, because Yahweh have deprived her of wisdom, neither have he impaired her of understanding. So even if they read some scriptures, they ain't gonna fully get the understanding, and it's just the message that's coming out. But the thing is, back to her point, it's like, yo, we're not here to save the people, man. It's not. It's just as many times we tell Jake to get right. Jake don't even want to get right themselves, man. Grab this one, Isaiah. Because Jake like to get help and seek help when it's one at the last minute, or when it's too late. Y'all not, and it's like, if we were to protect y'all still gonna be niggas at the end of the day. Like I said, this is all for the elect. Nah, I dropped that one. I already quoted that. That was Matthew 10 and 16. Basically, be harmless as be wise as serpents, but harmless as doves. That's how we're supposed to, act. Be peaceful. Not try to cause strife, conflict, something that'll get you thrown in prison or killed, or anything that'll leave the ministry to be blamed. That's not how the Hebrews or the men with Bibles, the sincere men, are supposed to conduct themselves. We're here just to crawl and give the message. We're the messengers. You don't see a messenger, they'll deliver a message, then the people hearken, then the messengers start pulling out swords and Glocks. No. But yeah, the Lord still got our backs, because, we're his favorite, and we're his messengers, man. And like you said, like in war terms, if you fuck with the messengers, that's an act of war. Okay? And these people love to fuck with us. But we can't do anything until the Lord returns. That's why when you get, let's get this Isaiah 41 and 14. Because Jake is really defenseless against this beast, man. Against this devil. It says, "Fear not, thou worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel. I will help thee, saith the Lord, and thy Redeemer of the Holy Ones of Israel." So, it says, worth you defenseless. You mean thou worm Jacob. A worm is a very defenseless, all has no offense, no defense. That's how we are, man. And, you might see Jake, shoot some shit, but Jake don't even got aim to begin with. And then again, we live, Slakia, in a society where, Esau has that blessing. I was getting out some messages, some scriptures. Let's get that Revelation, the 6th chapter, because this is who we up against. No matter how many guns he bring out the crib, he's gonna get into his lockers, and that ain't gonna even be the last of it. Esau really loves and cheers his blessing, man. This is Revelation 6 and verse 4. "And there went out another horse that was red, and part was given unto him that sat upon to take peace from the earth, and that they shall kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword." And who's that red horse? Who is that talking about? That's talking about Edom. When you go all the way back to, Jacob and Esau, he was blessed with the sword, man. He was there to take, to steal, and to kill through the fatness. Take the fatness of the earth. But he did that by his blessing, man. And it's not typically talking about it can be a literal sword, it can be a bow, it can be a gun, it can be what's the other word? Bio something, where you use chemicals and things. This is why we don't come up against man that's blessing is the sword. We have to wait on Yahweh Shai. All right. So I brought out Romans the 18th, and when you read on to the 19th, it gives you what you're supposed to do. All right. I'm not ending off on this one. So I said, so being peaceable with anyone is possible. All right, but 19 says, "Dearly beloved, avenge not yourself, but rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord." All right, it says, avenge not yourself. And a lot of things that Jay get into, sometimes it's their fault. Like, when you get pulled over, do you want to buck up, talk shit, be hostile to a point where they might murk you? And then the family member, they want to take it in their own hands to get avenged for their fallen ones. But if they was to be peaceable in the first place, hey, they can probably be seeing the light of another day. But no. But, regardless of what happens, through the history, through the things that that Jay go through with everyday life, even when it comes against 2/3, like you said, having ill will towards your fellow brother, your fellow Israelite. Even with Esau Edom, we're not supposed to do anything until Yahushua gets his vengeance first. He went through it, so now it's time for us to wait and let him get the vengeance. All right, so we don't need to be going, mounting up, marching up. No, we got these scriptures, and our job and duty is to feed the sheep and wake up the elect. All right, but Lord willing, I hope this video is edifying. And again, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash. And again, to my honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone, was teaching the truth and sincerity, and also who rule well. Peace and salutations to the whole full elect. I want to close out, say shalom, and on to the next lesson.